tafseer-az-zalzala. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh. Wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. ثم أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله تبارك وتعالى وخير الهدى هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها كل محدثة بدعة. ثم أما بعد. الإمام عبد الله ابن عبد العزيز ابن باز رحمه الله تعالى ألف كتاب أو كتاب صغيرة يسماها الدروس المهمة لعامة الأمة, which is called the very important lessons for the masses of the Ummah, the very important lessons for the general people or the masses of the Ummah, meaning not someone who's very educated necessarily, not someone who's below average, but everybody needs it who's from the Muslimun. In this book, the Shaykh Barakallahu Fikum, Allah bless you all, he mentioned the first thing was Surah al-Fatiha and a brief explanation of al-Fatiha. Every Muslim needs that. Who would disagree with that here? Every Muslim needs al-Fatiha, tab'an. And you have to understand what you're saying, as we mentioned in the Usul al-Tafsir, where Allah Ta'ala said repeatedly over and over in the Quran, many places, لَعَلَّكُمْ يَتَذَكَّرُونَ, so that you may be reminded of something. And you can't be reminded of something except that you understand it. Allah Ta'ala said, لَعَلَّكُمْ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. You cannot think about it and examine the thing and derive benefit from it except, again, you understand it. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala said, لَعَلَّكُمْ مَاذَا تَعَقِلُونَ, so that you can comprehend it. All of the above means that you need to understand something about what you're reciting in the Salah. Therefore, the Shaykh, rahimahullah, didn't just say Surah al-Fatiha, but he said a brief explanation of it. ثم من نصيحته رحمه الله الصور من قصائد الصور, from the smallest portions of the Quran. And he started memorizing from Baqarah, from Al-Imran. Oh, I like Surah Al-Tawbah. Oh, wait a minute, I want to do Yasin. From the smaller surahs, because the easier it is for you, the more you will accomplish and the more you will be able to understand. So the Shaykh has mentioned, as some ulama have mentioned, from Surah Al-Ala to Nas, is sufficient for you to change up into Salah, so that you don't become like one of the birds they call a parakeet. He just says the same thing over and over and over. And we're not making mock of the Quran. If someone has one surah, two surah, three surah, you can't be. That's enough for him. But the idea of Salah is that your heart is involved. You're thinking about it. You're contemplating. So if you can switch from this surah this time, that surah another time, this surah for this occasion, then this helps you in your number one, in your worship. Number two, it helps you in your piety, your taqwa, and it will help you to be conscious of many of the injunctions of Allah Ta'ala. So the Shaykh he mentioned, unlike those who say al-ala to nas, some have said, yani barakallahu fikum, watina wa zaytun to nas. The Shaykh chose min tafseer-az-zalzala to nas. And this is, alhamdulillah, all of it's good. So because of that advice, and from that book, we've already taken Surah al-Fatiha with the explanation, and it also added Muqaddimah Tafsir, explained by Shaykh Uthaymeen, so that we can appreciate, understand something about the Quran, give the Quran its right as it relates to loftiness. Then we went from that to Surah al-Fatiha, and we did explanation from Shaykh Uthaymeen. And now we want to start today, inshallah, Surah az-Zalzala, with brief points, explanation from Shaykh Uthaymeen. And I choose the Shaykh, rahimahullah, Shaykh Uthaymeen, because it does a very simplistic job for everybody to understand, not too big above somebody's head to say Foka or Osina, and not too low where people will be bored. So I choose that. When it's Allah, wafiqana, lima yuhibballah, yurallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. أخذنا سابقا ماذا المعنى وتوضيح ماذا تفسير البسملة. We took this before. We explained it. We made it clear. The same thing we said before. The Basmillah, Barakallahu Fikum, there's a difference of opinion whether or not it is considered an ayat from every surah, or is it placed there by Allah to separate the surah. Some ulama they say ayat al-mustaqillah. It is an ayah, of course. It is a sign, a portent. It's from Allah's speech, but it's not really considered like part of this surah, like the beginning verse of the surah. Some of them say, and barakallahu fikum, one of the proofs of this is that Allah mentions Surah al-Fatiha as sab'a mathani, and if you add the 7 ayah, then the Basmillah is not inclusive unless you break up Sirat al-Ladina an'amta alayhim, and then you have Ghayr al-Maghdubi alayhim. You say that's one long verse, which some of them, most of them don't say that. They said it's 2 different verses. Then you come out with 8 ayah. And some have said if that was the case, it's an ayah from every surah, then it would be at the beginning of Surah At-Tawbah al-Bara. And some have responded to that saying that it's not at the beginning of that surah, because Surah At-Tawbah, which is number 9, is actually an extension of the prior surah before it, Surah Al-Anfal, number 8. And there's many looks at this, but we understand that the Basmillah, definitely it is agreed upon, huwa faslun bayn kulli suratayn. It is placed by Allah, no doubt by Allah, as a beginning of every surah to mark this is the beginning and that was the end. We mentioned the benefit of it, that it is the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah in the beginning, and with His name you seek His assistance by saying Bismillah. As every action you have to seek Allah's assistance. Without Him giving you the ability, the power, the knowledge to move and do certain things, or all things in fact, you will not be able to accomplish anything. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Hadan Asmani min Asma'illah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala was Fatihi, that there are 2 names and their attributes at the same time. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, and we went over the various meanings of that. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها. إذا زلزلت. Who can tell me the meaning of this زلزلة? إيش المعنى الزلزلة? Shaking. هذا زلزلة? He said shaking. So my hand going like this is زلزلة. You agree? Yes? No? Uh-huh. Is it considered zilzala if I do like this? A strong shaking. Why I call it a strong shaking? You know, we say in English, if someone is afraid or very frightened, say, man, he was shook. Yeah, they use this term, he was shook. Other times they say he was shaking in his boots. And كان زلزلة في نعاله. نعم يعني زلزلة. وقال تبارك وتعالى وزلزلوا حتى يقول ماذا الرسول الذين آمنوا متى نصر الله. تبارك وتعالى said that they were shaking. Who was shaking? المؤمنون. طيب. Who was the first of them that was shaking in this verse in Surah Al-Baqarah? Aywa, the prophet, yes. Allah named him. يعني وزلزلوا حتى يقول الرسول أي رسول الله, until the messenger وَالَّذِينَ مَعَهُ, and those with him, the believers, they said, مَتَى نَصْرُ اللَّهِ, when is the help of Allah going to come? Why? Zilzala. So sometimes zilzala, yani, barakallahu fikum, it means your state of affair. You were like very disturbed. You were very, very, very on edge. You are like, as they say, deq, high. Your situation is very tight. Nah. Or you are, yani, shiddat al-huzn wal-ham, very depressed and very worried, anxious for some help. This, huh? This is like shiddat al-khawf. Have a very extreme fear and fright of a situation. And we've all probably been there where we think like, I can't take this. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you relief, some type of sakina, calm you down, show you some hope, give you a way out. And then you say, man, I don't know why I was going through all of that. وزلزلوا لكن هنا إذا زلزلت الأرض. نعم الأرض. When the earth will zilzilu. Yani a zilzilu, we say earth quake, shake. Here Allah says إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها. Allah says zilzalaha, yani explaining the first part, إذا زلزلت الأرض. Okay, إذا زلزلت الأرض, when the earth yani shakes. Zilzalaha, with her shaking. Why did Allah mention the second part, zilzalaha? Because the ulama say this type of shaking that will take place, lam fa'ala qat. It never ever happened in history. So this type of shaking is going to take place. This is why Allah described it zilzalaha. It's on, like it's a earthquake that's different from any other earthquake. He didn't say إذا زلزلت الأرض, when the earthquake happens, when the earth shakes, and they talk about it. He said zilzalaha before he started to describe what this zilzala is going to be like. And this is because, subhanallah, al-tabarak wa ta'ala mentions Surah al-Hajj, Ya ayyuhan nas ittaqu rabbakum. And we talked about taqwa many times. Taqwa. Who could tell me what is taqwa?
Fear Allah.
Fear Allah. So that means a person, he's not going to ask Allah, he's not going to make dua because he's afraid of Allah. He said fear Allah. Some people understand it like this. And they yunkir ala hada qawl fi Ingliziyya or bihada ma'na. And they disapprove that you say you should fear Allah. They said, no brother, don't say fear Allah. Because Allah is kind. So he said, fear Allah. This is the meaning of taqwa. What do you say is fear Allah? To the left. What is the meaning of fear Allah? Taqwa. Is it fear Allah?
Be mindful.
Nobody else? The Sheikh said, be mindful, mashallah. Fear Allah, be mindful. I'm trying to wake y'all up. You want us to do jumping jacks like Sheikh Allah? What's his name? Imam al-Amr? 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it's early. Now, taqwa Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Tabaraka wa ta'ala mentioned, Ya ayyuhan nas ittaqu rabbakum. So here Allah speaking about everybody. Why? He mentioned, Inna zilzalata shay'un azim. He's talking about this day again. So he mentions Surah al-Hajj because this shaking on this day, shay'un azim. Here we have earthquake, 1.2 on the Richter scale, 5.5. I don't know who's good with this history. What's the largest number for earthquake in history? What, 8.9 on the Richter scale? What is it? Ain't shaking azim. 9.2? 9.2. SubhanAllah. Did it do substantial damage at 9.2? Nah, horrific. But here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't say numbers, and he said, Yani shay'un azim. Then he mentioned Yawma Tarona, Mada, Tarona kullu tadhhaba kullu mawdati an ardat. Now, you will see every lady who's pregnant. Look at the expression of Allah. You will see every lady on that day because of the severity of this event. She's pregnant. And you will see her at that time not carrying the baby, not worrying about, I have to get to the doctor, I'm going into labor, not worrying about people around, I can't have the baby right here, I'm outside. How can I do this? I need to be inside where it's safe, where it's warm, where it's cold. No. Every one of those women, if they were to be pregnant at that time of the zilzala, wallahi, they're going to drop their load. They're going to drop their load. When they drop the load, there's not going to be a doctor. There's not going to be a midwife. Those people will help you in the hospital. Say, push. Then they say, MashaAllah, Allah Akbar. Ain't going to be none of that. You don't have to worry about no charity care. You don't have insurance. You don't have to worry about, I left my, Medicaid. None of that. You're going to drop that baby on the spot. وَنُفِقَ فِي الصُّورِ نعم. The trumpet will be blown. That's the first one. وَصَيَقَ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ إِلَّا مَا شَاءَ Allah. Everything will be destroyed at the first blow of the trumpet, and the heavens and the earth, except what Allah, He wills. And some say, this if He wills, some will be still holding the throne of Allah from the angels. There will be some exceptions. Some have said this about that verse. The point is, that trumpet is going to blow. One time. Everything is going to cease. Then, the second one, إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا. Now, وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. من كلمة ثقيل, something that's heavy. Allah said أثقالها. Wallahi, can you imagine the earth has to carry all of the dead bodies? The stench, Allahu musta'an. We don't smell it because the body is inside the grave. Imagine if the bodies were on top of the ground. The smell that you would have throughout the city. The smell that would come in the houses, come through the vents of the cars as you ride down the street. Can you imagine? SubhanAllah. This is thaqilun. This is a heavy burden. The earth has to bear that. وَمِنْهُمْ
يعني قاسطون ومنهم دون ذلك. Some are believers in the grave, some are disbelievers. This is the same earth that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah Azza wa Jal talked about when the people make the shirk. يتفطر, يعني it trembles at the shirk they make because the earth is afraid Allah is going to destroy everything. If he wants to, he can. He will destroy everything because of the shirk they're making at that point. This is the same earth. Allah said, وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. Going to get rid of his burden. So, قَالُ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا. Nah. يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا. يعني قال الإنسان, to show the people going to be talking on that day. And wallahi, people, they make mockery of this. I remember this, yani back in the day, I don't watch very much anything now, alhamdulillah, because of the vision. And it's a ni'mah from Allah. I can stay busy with ilm and don't have to worry about what you see on this tube and that tube and advertisement and the test that people have with the eyes, alhamdulillah. But I remember the Michael Jackson Thriller movie. When the people got up, astaghfirullah, out the graves and they had their clothes on. Kada. Nobody coming out of the grave with his hat on, his Kango, his nice scully, his kufi, his nice shirt. They got up, they were dancing, everybody standing one way, they all turned to the left, then they turned to the right. Nah, mush hakada. There won't be nothing like that. That's why Allah described the lady going to drop her load. وَتَرَاهُمْ سُكَارًا. You're going to see them as if they're drunk. وَمَا هُمْ بِسُكَارًا. But they won't be drunk. What's the meaning of this? You're going to see them as if they're drunk. Are they going to have bottles in their hands like they're drinking, but they're really not drinking? What is the meaning of you will see them drunk, but they won't be drunk?
They'll be wandering about.
They'll be wandering about. So the guy's going to go down Fairfield Street, come back, he's going to pace back and forth. Oh, staggering. Allah, 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 yes, salam. They're going to be staggering. You know, like you see a guy walking down the street, he can barely stand up, but he's making it, you know. He wobbling to the left and the right. He loses his mind.
Yes, scared.
Because of the fear, he doesn't know what to do. Say, بسبب شدة الحال يقول العلماء. شدة الحال. It's a كيف حال. How is how you're doing, your circumstance, your condition. Brother say, alhamdulillah. But he don't tell you what he has going on. He has serious hal going on. He just lost his job. His wife died last week. And the cat just got hit by a car. When you say shiddatul hal, if somebody have a rough situation, like almost make him out of his mind, he said. Here, they're going to be as if they're drunk. And we're talking about someone he doesn't know what to do, he doesn't know what to say, he doesn't know, like, you know, really what's going on. He thinks this is happening, but that is happening. You're going to see them as if they're drunk, but they won't be drunk. They're going to be running to and from, falling frantically because of the magnificence of this day. وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا نعم يومئذ تحدث أخبارها. تحدث هنا تحدث أمر من الله تبارك وتعالى. This is a command. Allah is telling those things on that day to talk. One of them is the earth. Today, if you say, I went outside and the tree said to me, don't light that cigarette. Smoking is not good for you. Somebody would say, man, he lost his mind. Did you hear what this guy said? Today, if you walk down the street and you're about to step out into traffic and the tree says to you, don't go, stop. It's for your safety. You tell somebody that, they're going to say, he need to go to the doctor, he lost his mind. If you tell somebody, Allahu musta'an, anything other than humans, that Allah made with a voice box to talk, they're going to say, what's wrong with him? On that day, Allah Ta'ala mentioned the earth is going to inform, talk about what you did on the earth. Even your skin. In Surah Yasin. Now, Ta'ala mentioned that your skin is going to talk. Your body parts are going to testify. Why? Is it because Allah He doesn't know? Why is Allah going to make the earth not only spit up the burdens, but Allah is going to make the earth talk about what the people did on that day of Zalzala? Limana. Why? Allah, He knows everything. Let's keep this in mind. So why is Allah making His creation that doesn't talk now, talk on that day about what we used to do on the earth?
They were witnesses.
وَكَانُوا شُهَدَاءَ. They were witnesses. Somebody else. Don't say the same thing. Can't take his choice. Why?
Judgment Day.
Because it's Judgment Day? So you're going to be judged. So that's going to be against you too.
Evidence.
Evidence. Evidence. So one person said they were a witness. Somebody else said evidence. Tayyib. And the doctor. ماذا؟ يعني why ولماذا أمر الله الأرض أن يتحدث وهو عالم بكل شيء? Why is Allah going to make the earth talk on that day about what we used to do in this life, and Allah He already knows?
Like a miracle.
هو واحد قال a miracle معجزة.
Yeah, well, this is what
Remind them? Who? Us? To remind the people what they did. Tayyib. If you gather all of those answers that people gave, this shows that Allah is making sure that no one will be able to say, like Iblis said to Allah Ta'ala, you made me do it. Everything is going to bear witness. Your skin, your body, parts, the trees, even the earth. So when the person goes to the Jannah, nobody will be able to say Allah favored him over us unjustly. He should have went to hell and Allah let him go to Jannah. That's not right. No one will be able to say, why is Allah putting me in hell? What did I do? I didn't do anything. As the kuffar, wallahi, they will say, مَا كُنَّا مُشْرِكُونَ عَلَى هَذَا يَوْمْ سَيُنْكِرُونَ على أنهم كانوا مشركون مع أنهم كانوا مشركون. They would disagree and deny in front of Allah when they see the people of Tawheed. نسأل الله نجعل منهم. Ameen. Allah make us from the people who worship Allah alone. Ameen. When they see the people of Iman, نسأل الله نجعلنا منهم. Ameen. When they see the people of Tawheed, believe Iman. When they see the people of Amal Salih, may Allah make us from them. Ameen. When they see the people of Tawbah to Nasuha, sincere repentance, Naj'Allah naj'alna minhum. Ameen. They will say, we weren't mushrikun. They will lie to Allah like that. Man, kunna mushrikun. We weren't mushrikun. I mean, we should be over there. But because وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ ماذا تحدث أخبارها. The earth is going to talk about it. So you're going to have everything bear witness against you. No way you're going to be able to blame Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on that day. وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك ماذا أوحى لها. هنا أوحى ليس بمعنى أن الأرض من أنبياء والمرسلين. Here the word أوحى like has the meaning of revelation that will make a human being or an angel, a prophet, a messenger. This is not the meaning of أوحى هنا. أوحى بمعنى أمر بمعنى matlub in Allah. This means Allah will command the earth, and not that Allah will give revelation to the earth. This shows you that the Arabic language is very rich. So I say, wow, that has that meaning? Yeah. The same thing what Allah said, وَأَوْحَى إِلَى Musa. He's talking about inspiring Musa, giving him revelation. Naam, Oha Nahl. Naam. He inspired the Nahl. Naam, the bee. Here, Oha, command. So it has different meanings. Then Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, after he mentioned وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها فقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك ماذا أوحى لها. Why is the earth going to speak? Because Allah commanded. Allah commanded the earth in the day. That shows that we are falling short. When Allah commands us, we procrastinate, we make excuses, we may not do it at all. But the earth is going to do what Allah Ta'ala tells us, to the point that the earth is going to speak. SubhanAllah. And this shows Allah is not limited in anything. وَعَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Then after that, Allah Ta'ala mentioned, وَإِشَ الْآيَةِ بَعْدَ ذَلك. يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم. Now, in this life, Allah Ta'ala, He covers you if you're a believer. Sometimes, Allah Musta'an, people have things where they may fall into something, and Allah knows their hal. So Allah Azza wa Jal will cover the believer, make the believer still in the end upright. That's what the Prophet he said, the tab and the damba, kamallam, ماذا kamallam lahu damba, kama qala. The one who makes a sincere tawbah is like he never did anything in the first place. Because Allah raises it, the act of tawbah, to a lofty status that people don't even remember you or see you for your past. And this is the beauty of Islam. We're in Jahiliyyah. كنا في جاهلية ماذا وشر وجعل الله هذا خير. It's a statement of Hudayfa ibn Yaman. Say we were in Jahiliyyah, ignorance, deep ignorance, shar and evil. وجعل الله هذا خير. And Allah brought us this khayr. Talk about Islam. Now, so Allah cover all the stuff you did in Jahiliyyah, wipe it away, you Muslim. Even after you become Muslim, you do stuff. If you tab Allah, Allah cover you. You do something tonight, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cover you. You do something today, tab Allah, Allah cover you. Alhamdulillah. But on that day, Allah musta'an, the curtain going to be pulled. Then Allah Ta'ala mentioned you will be able to see all of this. There will be no secret. All of the things will be on the table. All of the things will be visible. They will be there for the hisab. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. The last two verses. Whoever does good, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ. What is ذرة? العرب يعرفون الذرة كذا ويعرفون ذرة كذا. إيش المعنى ذرة? What's the meaning of ذرة in Arabic? The Arabs, they understand it like this and like that. It has a lot of meaning. What's a ذرة? A tiny piece. Call it a tiny piece. When the shahata, إيش الذرة?
It's a small thing you can look, see it, hard to see it, small thing.
هل هو نوع من الطعام? Is this a type of food? No. Is it a type of dust?
Yes.
Could be dust. Ant. So a piece of sand? No. قد يكون شيء من طعام يمكن. Very small piece of something you start going to eat. الله ضر. ضر من البور. ضر من كذا وكذا.
أصغر شيء.
أصغر شيء. نعم. Here تبارك وتعالى said من يعمل مثقال ذرة خير يرى. يعني anything you do, never underestimate what you say or what you do. How you look, how you respond. And wallahi, especially for the mutazawwijeen, for the brothers who marry. Wallahi, we experience this. We think like, what's wrong with her? Why does she have an attitude? What I do? Something you think is very small, very big to the wife. Very big to the wife. هنا التبارك وتعالى mention خيرات. Yani any good deed. And sometimes as humans we get tired and say, man, you heard many times, man, I'm tired of doing all the work. I'm not doing it no more. Allah, every bit of khair you can do. The smallest amount, you're going to need it Yawm al-Qiyamah. And Allah yubarak fi khayrat. Allah will bless you with all of the good that you have in the day. You're going to need it. And it will be tools in and fi mizan. Will be weighed in the scale. ومن يعمل مثقال ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شر يرى. هكذا الشر. Don't underestimate the evil things, the bad things. We have a very famous statement in English. I'm going to tell him about himself. We have this posture in America. I don't have no problem telling you, bro. Even the women. I'm going to tell her to her face. I'm not going to tell her behind her back. I'm not going to backbite. I'm going to tell her when I see you. Nah, and can the shout? Allah musta'an. خفف عنكم. Allah wants you to take it down some. Why? Because every shower, حتى مثقال ذرة, يوم القيامة is going to be there. There might be the thing to put you on the other side. You have one piece of evil, tip the scale, you're in trouble. Could be the thing to keep you in khayr. You have one less evil, the side of good is the heaviness. Wallah, it's just that simple for real. And we play a game every day. We play a game every day with the issue. Lastly, when the ulama they talk about this issue of weighing deeds, some of them say that it's the actual deed itself will be weighed. The deed will be put on the scale. It's easy for Allah to take a deed that you do, a real deed, like you shake somebody's hand, so that handshake is put on the scale. You say Subhanallah, it's put on the scale. Others say no. The recording of the deeds will be put on the scale. Who can give me an example of the deed being put on the scale? What's meant of the deed being put on the scale? We say every day. Got to weigh it out. So we talk about which one has the most merit, which one has the most quality, how many? So if you say, well, this one is 2 for $1, and this one is 89 cents, but if I get 2 of them, I'm going to pay more. Wait a minute, I might as well get these 2 for $1 rather than buying 2 of these 89 cents a piece. That's weighing something on the scale in one regard. You also have the recording, like the man we used this in the hadith before, the hadith of Bataqa. Who knows the hadith of Bataqa? The man, he has one card on the day of judgment. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Here the Prophet ﷺ said that Allah will ask him on this day, which is a proof Allah he speaks. Going to ask him, Allah ka hasanatan, do you have any good deeds? He's going to say, La wallah ya Rabb, I don't have any good deeds, Allah, oh my Lord. Get mad, he's got his head down, I don't have any good deeds on that day. Allah going to say, you don't have not even a single deed, not even one good deed? He's going to say, nope. Allah going to say, Bala, indaka hasana. He's going to say, yes you do, rather you have some. Then His deed is not going to be put on the scale. The Prophet mentioned the deed. He said bataqa. Bataqa is yani sajala, something that's written down on something, a card. That writing is going to be put on the scale, and guess what? All the bad deeds that was the heaviest, the scale is going to go the opposite way. The man's going to look up and say, "Wa ma hadhihi bataqa." That's what the Prophet said. He's going to say, "What is this card?" He don't know. One of the shuyukh was explaining, he said, "Rajul miskin, la yara." He don't know what's happening. He's out the loop. His mind is poor right now. He can't believe it. Like, what is this? Allah said, "La ilaha illallah." And that had the card, Allah commanded the card to be shown. His statement, "La ilaha illallah." Tawheed. Obedience. Wallahi, for the people, Allah musta'an, they say, and this is a common statement around the world with different people. We don't need all this tawheed stuff. We need stuff in the society. We need stuff to deal with our social issues. We have this, we have that. Now, taba'an, we do. We have this, we have that. We have social issues. But you look at this hadith. Tell me you can separate from your social issues, la ilaha illallah. The man said, "La khayran qatta." So I never had any good deed. Is this socially or not socially? It's socially. But what saved him on that day? That little bit of tawheed he had, his statement, la ilaha illallah. So don't make the mistakes, ya ayyuhan nas. And you farraq bayna tawheed wal-waqi' wa yawmiyyan wa hayatin. La. Don't separate the tawheed from the current affairs. Don't separate the tawheed from your everyday life. The fact that you're living on this earth, as Talib Abdullah, this was your first imam, he used to say slick. It's a slang, kalimatul yani la'ja'i amaritiyin. The fact that you're living is your tawheed. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ مَاذَا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. Worship Allah. Bas. Tawheed. Hakala. Tawheed. And if you learn it right and you implement it, you won't have no problem in your social lives except you can solve it. You'll know what to do. Alcohol addiction, you'll know what to do. Cocaine addiction, you'll know what to do. How to deal with the people, you'll know what to do. You have a dilemma, you know what to do. You have an argument, you know what to do. You have a divorce, you know what to do. You want to get married, you know what to do. You see something you know is haram, you know what to do. هكذا. ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره. نسأل الله تبارك وتعالى الخير والتوفيق. ونسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبارك فينا ويعفو عنا كثيرا. ونسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبارك فينا في كتاب الله عز وجل وأن نجعلنا ممن يستمعون القول ويتبعون ما أحسنه. ونسأل الله تبارك وتعالى أن نجعلنا من الذين يتلونه حق تلاوته أولئك يؤمنون به. وأسأل الله تبارك وتعالى to give us good in this life. وأسأل الله تبارك وتعالى to make us from those that we read the Quran with the proper reading and we believe in it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to pardon us much and to bless us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make our good deeds outweigh our bad deeds. هذا وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا هو أستغفره ونتوب إليه. This is the end of the tafseer of Surah al-Zalzala. Barakallahu fikum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.